Also in the news tonight, the levees of the California Delta. Some experts say they are all that stand in the way of floods that could devastate the economy and damage much of California's drinking water supply. So how well could those levees hold up to a large earthquake? How real is the threat? And what should be done to protect them? KCRA 3 investigative reporter Brian Heap has been asking those questions, and the answers, it seems, depend on who you talk to.
The Sacramento-San Joaquin River Delta. It's home to some of California's most fertile farmland, a variety of fish and wildlife, and a significant amount of its water.
All you do is listen to the trees and the birds and have a good time.
Chris Gulick has lived in the Delta for almost 50 years. He runs Eddowes Harbor and RV Park on Sherman Island. He's been through more than a few floods and knows firsthand how important these 1,100 miles of levees are.
It's a snapshot of a point in our past, and it's something that we're in big danger of losing if we don't protect it. Come up one time and look, get a look at what's at risk, and when you see it, you'll realize it's worth saving.
Levees do fail. Overtopping or structural breakdowns have led to 163 breaches since 1900. Improvements in technology and construction have reduced the failure rate significantly. There hasn't been a breach in more than 10 years. The Department of Water Resources says the big 1906 San Francisco earthquake contributed to 20 levee failures the next year. And according to Water Resources, earthquakes could play a bigger role in the near future.
There are fault lines that run traditionally out and around through here, and as you move further towards the east, closer to Stockton, there's fewer and less active faults out there.
Michael Mirzwa is the state's chief flood planner. He took KCRA 3 Investigates on a tour of the western Delta levees that he says are most likely to fail in a large earthquake. Places like Sherman Island, Twitchell Island, and Jersey Island.
We're in the western portion of the Delta, so we're closest to the San Francisco Bay here.
The 6.0 earthquake that rocked Napa last August stirred new concerns about the effect a big one would have on this area. It's an issue the California Department of Water Resources has studied for years. The earthquake threat is also one reason the governor wants to build a twin tunnel insurance policy under the Delta to protect water quality.
We have been pushing for years, I would even say for decades, to get a solution to our Delta environmental and water problems. And I think we're getting very close.
A 2009 state report on the Delta says an earthquake is the single greatest risk to levee integrity. According to the report, a quake with a magnitude of 6.7 or greater in the vicinity of the Delta could cause multiple levee failures, fatalities, and at least $15 billion in damage to the state economy. And it puts the chance of such a quake hitting between 2003 and 2032 at 62%.
If we were to have an earthquake, you could actually lose some of the height of the levees as they shake and the levees get lower, which would mean if you were to have a flood event come through, the probability that water would overtop those levees is greater.
It's a scenario earthquake experts from UCLA tried to demonstrate on Sherman Island back in 2012. KCRA 3 was there as Dr. Scott Brandenburg used a device to replicate a strong earthquake. The goal was to see how well the area's soft peat soil would hold up to the intense shaking. This time, it did. This video, supplied by UCLA, shows what could happen under intense shaking. You see in the model, the levee collapses and water comes over the top. That's the start of a flood. Mirzwa says any levee failure in the western Delta would also carry more ocean salt into the Delta freshwater. That's a threat to crops and to the drinking water that flows to Southern California. But not all the experts agree on the issue.
The earthquake threat has been blown totally out of proportion.
Dr. Robert Pike is a civil engineer. He's made a career of studying levees like the ones in the Delta. He says the levees are much improved and in mostly good condition thanks to 2006 bond money. And he says the very peat soil UCLA says is a problem is actually better at reacting to earthquake-type force than other materials. Pike believes that scientists and the governor have been playing politics with the Delta, using misleading earthquake information to build support for the $25 billion tunnel project. Even if the big one does come, Pike says it wouldn't be a direct hit since the closest fault is about 30 miles from the Delta.
There is, to some extent, a conspiracy to say we need the tunnels because of the earthquake threat.
He points to this claim from the Natural Resources Agency that there's a 70% chance of a 6.7 or greater earthquake hitting the Bay Area before 2030.
That number is simply wrong.
Pike points to a 2014 report by the U.S. Geological Survey that establishes a new 30-year window. In other words, Pike is saying we have at least 13 years more than what the state's website shows.
While it's true that everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but not to their own facts, this is not even opinion, this is spin. It's deliberate spin on the part of DWR and the water exporters.
But the Department of Water Resources stands by its science and its findings, insisting that the Delta levee system will suffer significant damage from a moderate to large earthquake. And Michael Mirzwa agrees. He says a large quake could cause problems that may not be noticeable right away.
And so it's usually months after an earthquake event that you can actually see and realize some of those damages.
There is something both sides agree on. It's maintaining and repairing these levees. It's year-round work, from drive-by inspections looking for signs of erosion to actual repairs and improvements.
When you have a pavement road, it's really easy to see the cracking.
During our visit, we saw large cranes moving rock from barges and adding it to the water side of the levee. The state says its goal is to always be ready.
If we address everything, there's always that X factor, something that's unknown that'll come out here, which would be the mistake that we didn't account for that we'll learn from for the next time.
So the state's approach is to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. There are new Delta-specific standards for levee repair, and not all the levees are there yet, Edie.
Well, how much would it cost to get all the levees to that standard?
They did a study on this, economic sustainability report done a few years ago, and it recommended making these upgrades to protect against earthquakes and floods, and it put the price tag around $2 billion.
Wow, so a big investment, and a little unnerving when even the experts don't agree, but very interesting report. Thank you.